Thank you.
Can you talk about the exchange that you guys had after the fight? What it meant for him to come to you and for you to guys. What did you guys say?
It was a beautiful moment. I speak on it a little bit. I like to keep things like that to myself, private. You know what I mean? Especially when it really touches my heart and also my mind. But basically, he just said good luck in the future. He said God bless you, man. He said do something great, make these people know that I lost to a great champion. And I really took that to heart.
Did you feel like? I mean, you knocked him out, but there was some boxing that went on in there because he can box. And I thought you were landing your jab as much as he was landing his jab. I mean, is that something that you don't want to get overlooked?
Yeah, there's got to be just as much boxing and intelligence in the ring as there is aggressiveness and, trying to beat somebody down, I think at the end of the day, this fight, I did, essentially beat him down. That's what we want to do. That's what we prepared to do. And as fighters, this is what we want to do, But at the same time, I did come in there prepared to be patient. I knew he was crafty. I came in there prepared to use my jab because I knew he was going to use his, So we were prepared for everything he was going to do. We wanted to do everything he could do and more.
Now, he's lost to some guys, but the guys that he's lost to, as you said before the fight, you felt like you had a little bit of everything they had. But nobody's done to him what you did to him tonight. Do you have a sense of that? I mean, a real genuine sense of that?
I don't yet. I honestly, I understood that coming into the fight. I understood that he had never been cold, clocked, knocked out. I understood that nobody had ever, beat him down until he couldn't continue or anything like that. I do know that he has, been stopped just a couple of times, but not in the fashion that I did it tonight. So it still hasn't quite hit me yet that, I knocked out one of the greatest fighters, one of a Hall of Famer. That hasn't hit me, yet, but I do understand that I did something great tonight, and I'm going to try to continue to do it.
And on top of that, he's always good.
I would say so. We felt really good tonight. Training camp was great. I couldn't say any more about the way we prepared for this fight. It was just we've been unbelievable since December. We've stayed on top of everything, nutritionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, psychologically. And coming to the ring tonight, we felt really good. We felt very confident. And I would say that this is definitely I would say this is one of my better performances.
What is it that one of the things too that when he has lost to people, Cotto, maybe not Cotto, but Ricky Hatton, Juan Diaz, even Adrian Broner, he had something about those fights that he said wasn't there. He didn't give those guys full credit. So for him to come up and walk up to you like that and to give you full credit.
Well, this is the thing about me and Paulie that I guess not very many people know, but we are really good friends. I tried to keep that out of the public. I didn't want to disrupt the fight. I didn't want to, make the public feel like, these are two best friends going at it and this is going to be a walkover fight. Nobody's, no one cares about this fight. I wanted you guys to understand that I was coming here to do a job and I was going to get that job done. But honestly, at the end of the day, Paulie's a really good friend of mine. Someone that I really admire in boxing, one of the better people that I've met in boxing. So with that being said, at the end of the fight, I did look for him after the fight, and for him to say such genuine words to me was very encouraging, very uplifting, and just very motivated. It really did touch me.
Inside joke, you gonna be there next week?
Most likely.
You mentioned that this is one of your better performances. What is it that you've done to grow as a fighter to get to this point? How have you changed skill-wise, technique-wise?
I don't know. Honestly, I would say we work hard. We work extremely hard. Not only that, everything that we do each fight, we continue to do that and more. And so, the basics, the fundamentals, the power, the speed, we work on every attribute of my style and my talent, my craft. And we just try to build each fight instead of taking steps back.
And you also mentioned that Paulie's crafty, but that really didn't work for him tonight.
I couldn't allow it to work. I knew coming to the ring that he was a crafty fighter, veteran, but again, I couldn't allow that to happen. It's just not the Porter way. The Porter way is to come in, take control, and dominate the fight.
So what did you do to make sure that his crafty maneuvers weren't working?
I honestly was using my in and out motion, my rhythm, and I honestly thought that it seemed to give him problems. He did his feinting that he always does, and he tried to pop his jab that he always does, but I did feel some hesitation coming from him from my bounce, so I did try to use a little bounce to disrupt that, also my jab to disrupt what he had going on, and you know, again, being aggressive to disrupt everything he had.
What do you see next for him, Richard, after this performance?
Well, the sky's the limit. I think big fights, he clearly is one of the best welterweights now, and I think the threat to everyone after we've seen what he's done with Devin Alexander, another great fighter, and now following that up with Paulie Malignaggi, a lot of opportunities.
You got a lot of fights coming up.
It's the hottest weight class. It's the hottest weight class, and to be such a threat in the hottest weight class, as I said, the sky's the limit.
Do you see something in the next maybe couple fights Floyd Mayweather?
Well, you know, we'll discuss it with Al and with Team Porter, and why not? I mean, me as a fan, after what we've seen, what he's done with Devin, which is an outstanding boxer, and what he's done with Paulie, who's an outstanding boxer, and Floyd is the best boxer, you know, from a boxing point of view. So I'd love to see the matchup with somebody as young and as aggressive and as relentless as Shawn. And relentless is the word, relentless. And who goes for it when he sees he has somebody in trouble, he just keeps going. I as a fan, would love to see that.
Kenny, can you talk about, well, tell us how proud you are of him, first of all, and then tell us something we don't know about him that we maybe don't see just in his performance in the ring. He seems to really emerge, maturity-wise in his last few fights.
You know, let me say this from a standpoint of growth. He's continued to improve everything he's doing. I told him when he first turned professional that I didn't care about his talent. I don't want you to fight on talent. I want you to just work hard. Listen and work hard. And so for quite a while, we've been dealing with him possibly in a lot of fights being too athletic and getting away from what I was trying to teach him or trying to get him to improve fight-specific technical aspects of his game. In this particular fight, he pretty much brought that, together from the Alexander fight to this one, but then he also was able to unleash the beast. That's why we had this shirt, beast mode. That's why we had this one made, because I wanted him to go back to that. This was a power punching guy in the amateur boxing, and he was a #1 ranked guy, and he was knocking out a lot of guys with headgears all the time. But what we have to do is we have to do fight-specific training, and we have to carry that over to the professional fight in order to get those kind of knockouts in a pro fight, because you're going to have fighters that have prepared defensively with a defensive style to stop you from landing those punches and those shots.
Question for both of you: how different are you a fighter than the one who fought Diaz the first time to now?
Well, the thing that happened when he fought Diaz the first time, which he's never told nobody, he left the house for the first time. He left home. And he left home, and he wasn't living with me. And that wasn't a good thing for him to try to do as a professional boxer. It just wasn't good for him to try to go out on his own and live on his own, and he didn't, have a plan. When he did it, he just kind of went out there.
What happened?
Nothing. He just was a young man that decided he wanted to go out.
I would say, how long ago was that? 2 years now?
Yeah, something like that.
About that, yeah. I would say, for me, it's just growth. Getting older, getting more mature in the sport, more mature as a person, understanding the do's and the don'ts, the win twos and the win not twos. So it's always been a learning process for me, for Team Porter. We're still learning, and as you guys can see, we're still growing.
Does Kell Brook have to happen next?
I don't know if he's next in line. If he is, then he is. We're not really worried about anybody.
No, we're not worried about anybody. And to go back to that question and answer that, he immediately, after that fight, came back home, and he has been doing everything that he's supposed to do outside of boxing as well, and it's worked for him. So with the success, he recognizes, you know what? I can still have fun. I can still do things. But because I'm a professional boxer and because I'm a world champion, there's certain things and certain people that I can't be around. Not the friends weren't bad. They weren't doing drugs or alcohol or anything like that. But they're not living the life that you have to live to be a world champion.
Shawn, any issues going forward, making 147? We saw the strip down yesterday. That was just talk to me about that.
No, we lost the weight the right way. And, you know, as we got on the scale, yesterday, we just, you know, we didn't want to leave any doubt, any questions. So we got on the scale, stripped all the way down, and we were, you know, 0.2 light. So everything's good to go. We're still moving forward with this IBF title at welterweight.
Were you working out in the last moments right before that weigh-in, though?
Two questions for both of you. You talked about, you told the guy from the Armory that you could count on him coming back to D.C. You just fought in D.C. You won your title here. How do you feel you were received? Would you like to come back here and fight again in this type of venue?
I defended my first title, my title for the first time here. I didn't win it here, but I will say this is my first time here in a long time. I enjoyed every bit of this. This was a lot of fun. Hopefully the seats will be more filled up next time I come out here. I'll be back anytime they have me.
I think what we've done in Washington, we've been building the crowd, so definitely we want to come back. I don't know if it's going to be with Shawn. I think Shawn, Barclays Center or in Las Vegas. You know, it's showtime, and I want to take showtime to Las Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's sort of like my dream, but we haven't really talked about it, and I always like to have these conversations with the athletes so that, you know, where they want to be. Like Danny Garcia kept telling me he wants to go to Puerto Rico. I took him to Puerto Rico. So this is not like me saying we go here or we do that. It's a team decision.
Yeah,
Where do you want to go?
I mean, I'll piggyback what he said. We live in Las Vegas now.
Yes.
We've been out there a little bit more than a year. That's where we hold our camps. That's where we have home, and that's where we want to be. At the end of the day, everybody wants to be there. I'm there now. I just haven't fought there that much. So, yeah, we're ready for Las Vegas.
What was it like in Akron for you in terms of your fans? I know
I had a good fan base, a lot of friends and family back home that came out and supported me, and a lot of them are here tonight. So I still have a lot of support back home, and they'll follow me wherever I go.
With these kind of performances, you're going to see the fans and the crowd go through the roof.
Shawn,
These are crowd and fan-facing performances.
Guys like Demetrius Andre and Ismail Salah.
It's the best, man. It gets me ready for what I have to do. My dad is a genius, and I say that publicly now. He always knows what to do. You listen to God, I listen to God, and I follow my dad. My dad, he always has a plan and always works out when we follow it.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.